Some people have really long, deep conversations with other people, but with you, all they can think to talk about is like the weather. Well, one of two things is happening here. Either they're really nervous around you, maybe this person has a crush on you, or what's more likely is that you're not as relatable as you should be, and maybe you're not as good a listener as you should be. For instance, the person that everyone comes to and they have these meaningful conversations, that person can relate somehow to what the other person is talking about. For instance, they could say, well, that happened to me too. Oh, I totally understand. And something similar happened to me just recently. You get the idea. So try to relate what this person is talking to you about with something in your life, or try to understand and really listen to what they're saying, and don't judge. Don't say, well, I would never do it that way. I would do it this way. So don't criticize. Really try to understand, listen. Even if you say nothing, if the person realizes that you're listening and that you're really totally concentrating on what they're saying and that you're understanding and that you're just a shoulder to lean on, that's all people need. But if you're going to sit there and criticize, or you can't really relate at all to what they're saying, you're sort of distant and sort of uncaring, and you may not be uncaring, but if you look that way and you're really preoccupied with something else, no one's going to really come to you to talk to you about anything. So if people are having shallow conversations with you and they're just sitting there wondering what to say, there's a reason. And the way to start, and I keep saying this over and over again, but nobody really listens. They're too busy on their cell phones and this and that to really listen to what somebody else says. So that's the starting point. And then listening and remembering. So the next time you see that person, you can say, oh yeah, how's it going with that problem you were having? I thought of something that might help you. And then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, this person really listened and cared enough to ask me about it. So if you do those things, you're going to have deeper conversations. People are going to come to you. And not that you want everyone to come to you with all their problems, but you want to be there for your friends. And you don't want to have silly conversations about the weather or anything like that. You want to have deep friendships and really meaningful conversations.